Hey guys, thanks for being here. Hope some of you guys are doing these trades. Let's take a look at these option trades from yesterday, these earnings trades. I looked at the calendar for next week. We have BABA coming up on Thursday, I believe, and Walmart. There's some other ones, but it's not going to be as big of an earnings week, but we may look at a BABA and Walmart trade, or we will look at one. But first, let's check the books. Let's see what's going on. All right. Well, boy, these are looking good. What is this? Oh, all right. Okay. Bullish LD, bullish LD, bullish LD. There's 6 bullish LDs right there. The other ones were closed, but you can see we had Cisco up 139. Trade Desk was the only loser. It's a max loss, down $1,800. App is up $2,600. Earlier in the day, it was up $4,300. But in an event, it's fine. It's still doing well. Then we have Airbnb, which is up $900. Coinbase, which is up 68, and Palo Alto Networks, which is up 331. Airbnb is in the bonus part of the, well, a couple of them are. But a couple of them are in the bonus part of the payoff where they went over the option that we bought. So that's awesome. So it's been a really good week. It's been a really good week. Okay, so now let's check out the all right, I'm working on trying to make this spreadsheet better. Right here. All right, I need to make some drop down boxes where I can select, but we're gonna have the date and then we're gonna have the strategy. The left column is the longs. I have a bullish part of the book, and then the right column is the shorts. It's a long short strategy. And you can see the shorts are getting toasted right now. That the trade from Monday's down $90, and the trade from today, well, I just assumed that I made it. We'll look at that in a second. That's how much I spent on it. I just assumed it's going to be a full loser because the market's going up today. These puts are only for when the market, if the market sells off. So those are probably a loss or an expense. But we have about $4,600 in the good column and only $400 in the back column right now. So, but that's when app was up more. I need to take app off. What was it? Now it's up 2,300. So now we have 2,600 in the good column and 400 in the losses. But in any event, it's been a great week. And this morning, if the market does sell off real quick, we put on 3 puts, and it's already, this trade's up $67. Maybe the market is selling off. That's why that one trade isn't up as much. But this trade's on because if the market sells off real fast, it'll mess up those other trades that are still open, and any open trades we have for next week. Like we're thinking about putting one on Walmart or BABA. So anyway, right now we have those 3 options in the short book, and in the long book we have all this stuff. So let's look at the app trade. This app trade is in the bullish part of the, I don't know how it was at 4,300. I guess I think that was like it was a bad number. Okay. This is what it's really up, but that is a great profit. This trade was a $540 credit, and you made 5 times the credit if you put it on and take it off today. I mean, that's wonderful. It expires at the end of the day. You have to take it off sometime before the end of the day, but that was a wonderful trade. If we look over here at Airbnb, it's the same thing. It got into the bonus time. So they're both good things. But then when this strategy goes wrong, here's what happens. Trade Desk Now, Trade Desk had like a 7 or 8% buffer, but it dropped like 20%. I mean, what are you going to, 30%? What are you going to do? It chewed right through the buffer. The buffer was at 109. I mean, the buffer wasn't huge, but still, we had a big enough head start. We should have won. We had a pretty decent size advantage, but you can't win them all. And that one is a loser. So I'm going to work on making the spreadsheet better this weekend. We could even have it. I've thought. I mean, instead of strategy, you could even have the strike prices. We could even put the prices in there. But I think that's a little bit overkill. I'm more trying to keep track of the strategy here as far as the strike prices and everything. I shared those with you, and we can just let Option Strat keep track of those. This is more like a tally sheet. And I also want to show, as we get more advanced, I'm going to show you how I know how to balance this, how I know how many of these I need for how many longs I need for how many shorts. All right, so now let's look for next week. So let's look at BABA for next week. All right, and let's target the expected move for next week. Expected move in BABA, not Trade Desk. So this is for, next week. About 148 or something. Boy, that's a huge expected move. Okay. That is what we're going to do. We're going to do this diagonal spread going into earnings. If BABA rallies going into earnings, we should make an asymmetric return on this versus how much we're risking. Only risking $140, and we're hoping if it hits the market makers where it's supposed to go, it should be worth about $350. Something like that. Even if we don't wait till expiration, it should be worth double. It should be worth 280, 300 or something if it hits the expected move. And it can make more if it goes to if it goes further. So we're going to play this into earnings. Then most likely we're going to take it off right before earnings and put on some type of short strategy, probably the loaded dice at that point. But we're going to play this to play hopefully what is a run up into earnings. So all right, so that's for a run up into earnings. All right, and then we can do the same thing in Walmart. Also, that's pretty cheap. So let's look at Walmart. Same thing. We're going to sell the call at the expected move. Expected move is at 112. All right, there's tons of liquidity in this one. They have earnings next week, and okay. Here we go. On this one, we're going to spend about $133, or that's as much as we're going to lose. That's pretty much what we're going to lose. But if we get to the expected move, we're going to make almost 3 times that much. Yeah, almost 3 times that much at the expected move. And if it slips a little bit beyond. All right, so that is we're going to play this as a run up into earnings. This is a bullish ratio diagonal. All All right. So that's enough trades for today. But then, so that's going to leave us long over the weekend. So we have Q puts, but they expire at the end of the day. They're hedging those open positions from this week. So for something over the weekend, let's look. Let's put on some insurance in case Trump says something. Lots of times at the end of the day on Friday, or a few weeks ago, he said something at the end of the day on Friday. But let's get some protection on for next week. So we're going to go. Let's look at the charts to do. Or well, let's just do this. Let's just go. Let's look at maybe a QQQ put fly. So where's the expected move on the downside? Well, we're just going out we're going out for next week. So where's the expected move for next week? 524. So we'll put this at 525. We can put the other wing at 530, and we can put this one right at the money. All right, there's $230 risk if we get the expected move by the end of the week. It's about $500 profit. I need to respond to that text as soon as I get out of here. All right. So I'm looking if that's the best way to do it. But if we have a real quick pullback into Monday, what would this be worth? Then not really that much, you know. Here's a trade. Watch this. We're just going to switch the middle leg from 2 to 1. Switches it from a butterfly to a put ladder. So maybe we do something like that. No reason to be too fancy. We'll just get a 30 delta, so on slightly out of the money, or 25 delta is kind of the sweet spot. There's a 27 delta out of the money option. That'll be our protection. If the market crashes over the weekend, God forbid, hopefully it won't, but this is our hedge for starters. So we don't want to spend too much. Heck, this is $200. So, all right. So hedge for next week. And right now it's hedging the Walmart and the BABA, positions. All right. There we have it. So I'll put those in the spreadsheet. I'll make the spreadsheet better, color coded it. I did a better spreadsheet over here. This is what I'll make the spreadsheet look like this, but I'll import the data from over here, which is this week's data, and make it look better. And anyway, I appreciate you guys being here and watching all this. Let me know if you have questions about any of these trades. These aren't the only ways to do earnings trades. There's all kinds of other ways to do them. You may know, or probably do know, maybe a better way to do it. Even maybe it's not better, but maybe it's better for your situation or your account. Some of these trades I put on can have a gigantic loss, like $1,800, for instance, on which one was that this week? I blocked out Trade Desk. And some of them, can risk $2,000 or $3,000. So, that's not going to be all right for people trading a $5,000 account. So, I'm looking for people trading a bigger account, but still, I hope that people can learn from watching my shows. It's free, and I hope you can learn from the concepts. But if I was trading a $5,000 account, we couldn't do these loaded dice trades. These loaded dice trades, you need to have a bigger account to do them. You need to be trading about a $20,000 account. So in my opinion, to do those loaded dice trades responsibly. I'll make a video about position sizing. No one's doing them and no one's following me, so it doesn't matter that much at this point. But we could darn sure work in to the spreadsheet some game theory as far as position sizing goes. We could make the I could make each trade. We can make the trades different weights. What I'm saying is we could use different percentages. It's called the Kelly criterion, where you optimize how much you invest in each investment, or how much you bet on each bet. It came from, I think, gambling, but the same theory can be used for stocks. But and I could work that into here. We could make each of these trades, 5% of $20,000. So what is that? $1,000. We could make the trades where there's no more risk than $1,000. Trade had more risk than $1,000. I would either change the strikes or just not do it. And I guess we could do that. The way I do it, I have the maximum risk about $2,000 or $3,000. That's about the most I'm comfortable with losing. And it sounds like a lot, but you can see these trades are able to make that much. And last week I had a huge winner. I have a huge winner every week. Last week I just kind of broke even. But anyway, this week's a good week. I hope you guys are following me. I appreciate it if you are. Like I say, it's not the only way to do it. You may have a better way. Let me know your way, or if you have a channel, send me a link. I'll follow your channel. I'll learn from you. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one.